How's everybody doing today? We are going to be taking a look at the WWE Superstars RIC Flair. As you can see here on the package, it says includes entrance robe made by Mattel. We'll go ahead and flip that up so we can get a closer look at the box here. Pretty cool RIC Flair over here in his standard red robe shouting here, woo! And then we've got a guy over here with the Hulkamania classic red and yellow on. I did not notice that before, but that's pretty cool, him back in there. As we rotate the box around, we got another picture of Ric Flair. It says, the Nature Boy, styling and profiling. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo! And then we've got Bray Wyatt, Ric Flair, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and Honky Tonk Man in the cross cell. I've already got the review on Hollywood Hogan done, but we've got Bray Wyatt and Honky Tonk on the way. I do have them put to the side, just trying to get to them. So let's go ahead and pull this guy out of the package, take a closer look at him, see what you think. Alright, so here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Ric Flair, pulled out of the packaging. And he's looking pretty good. I went ahead and swapped out this hand. He did come with some additional hands, but he was wearing this grasping hand right here. And that is what I changed out for the wide open hand. It just kind of fits with his pose a little better. This is probably how I'm going to display Mr. Flair, but I did switch out that hand. He came with this microphone as well as those sunglasses. He also came with these fisted hands in case, you know, he's a wrestler. He might need to duke it out with somebody in the ring. So it's always important to have those fists with you in case you need to swap out to those. And then he came with this open hand as well as a open hand for the left hand in case he needs to give somebody the big slapperooski with one or both hands. But I'm probably going to keep him posed up just like this with the microphone, with the hand outreached in the air, and with the robe on. I also dig the sunglasses. They're pretty cool. They're a little bit different than the glasses that we got with Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and they're a little bit like a shade of purple or so. I'm going to go ahead and pull him in just a little closer so you can get a better look at that face. So there he is, Ric Flair. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop this microphone out of his hand. We are going to go over some of his articulation. And I'll go ahead and pull his robe off as well. It is really soft material. I don't envision it hindering really his movement. I just figure we'll be able to see the joints in his body a little bit better if we just go ahead and pull this robe off of him. Tight fit, Rick, tight fit. And I would say we can go ahead and just, that's a stiff one right there. All right, now that we've got it worked in, it's a little better. So here we've got Ric Flair. I'm gonna go ahead and he looks to the left. He can look to the right. You can turn his head in a full 360 if you want to. That right there is about as far up as he can look, and then he can look down pretty good. His head's pretty loose, actually, as far as the heads have gone so far on these figures that I've opened up. Old Ric Flair's got a pretty loose head. Next up, we'll go with his shoulder. As you can see, it will swivel all the way around. They can both come out. We have a single jointed elbow, and this whole figure's stiff. But as you can see there, we've got a single jointed elbow that can spin. Rotational wrist as well as a hinge joint right there, so he can bend his wrist in and out. As we move down to the waist, he can fully turn 360 degrees. His legs, this leg's a little tighter than this leg. It looks like that's about all we're going to get right there. There's the forward and back action. Single jointed knees. Man, that peg looks like it's going to snap. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's not wanting to bend though. It is wanting to snap, so we're not going to fiddle with that a whole lot. Same with that side. Those don't look like the best knee joints. Let's move on down to the boot. So we do have a boot cut, and then we do have the ankle swivel, rotate, pivot, does everything it needs to do. Little Ric Flair insignia on his underoos there. And then here we have old Ric Flair from the back. As you can see, his head just kind of fell forward. It's very loose on there, but he'll work just fine for posing up. I wish those knee joints were a little bit stronger. If we can just get him to look up here just a bit. And then we'll go ahead and bring in Hollywood Hogan just for a little bit of comparison here. And you can tell that it is the same buck. They've got the same chest, the same arms, but it is molded or painted a different color. It looks like it was probably molded in a little bit different color and then paint accents put on top of that. Out of these two, I am a Hogan fan. I know a lot of people are a Ric Flair fan, but I definitely Ric Flair fan. But I definitely love Hulk Hogan, and I love the classic old yellow and red Hulk Hogan. The NWO Hogan was a little different. I preferred the classic Hogan over the NWO Hogan, but hey, I like Hogan no matter what. And Ric Flair, he's also an awesome character. Grew up watching him. He was one of my grandpa's favorites. So cool video characters. Who do you think would win? These two in their prime right here. Who wins this fight? Or these two currently? Both of these guys are still alive. Both of them are still in pretty decent shape. I'd say Hogan's probably in better shape, but what do you guys think? Hogan or Flair? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to tell some of you love them. I'll see you next time. God bless.